Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Derek Lane. Another episode of the Fast Lane podcast for your success. Thanks for joining me. Hey, I hope that the last few you've really gotten a lot out of. So let's go ahead and continue that trend. Let's talk about your direction. That can mean a lot of different things. Before I get too deep into that, let me just say that hopefully you're doing what you're supposed to be doing by writing down everything, by taking note of everything. I've always preached and practiced that it's best if you have ideas and thoughts to make sure that you're recording them, writing them down, review them, and come back to them. Sometimes your ideas and things won't make sense to you at the time, but your subconscious is always at work. It's always producing pathways to your success. If you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you're doing, then it'll be easier for you on your success journey. Again, direction. Direction is just that. If you have an idea of where you're going and what you want to do, that is your direction. Sometimes we have to redirect. Sometimes we have to think about where we're going and how we're getting there, and it may be tough and arduous. But if we're always tracking ourselves, we can redirect. We can make those adjustments that we need to do. So first off, again, making sure that you've got your goal set. I'm going to give you some solid 100% advice here to success. This advice will lead you to great success, and that is to know exactly what you want. You see, the problem with a lot of folks is that they don't fully understand what they want. I may want a big house, may want a new car, I may want the perfect relationship. You don't know how. You don't know by what means. You have no way to produce and manifest because you don't know how to get that. I want to be my own boss. Doing what? And how will you get there? Well, let me just say that you have to start with your bliss, finding your bliss, finding out what it is that you truly enjoy, that you truly, truly want, what you're good at. It's been said, if you could do exactly what you wanted to do, regardless of how much it pays you, that is your bliss. That is your meaning. So if you're working a job that you hate, you're living a life that's uncomfortable, you're struggling, you're getting by day to day, you're always looking forward to something different, reaching out, you're asking friends and peers. If that's you, you need to sit down and think about what it is that you truly desire. And that's the toughest part of success, is finding out exactly what you desire. Because you're being pulled in every direction by the people around you, your spouse, your family, your mom and dad, your kids, your brothers and sisters, and your friends and colleagues. Everybody seems to be pulling at you, wanting something for you, from you, and sometimes it leaves a little for you. You don't have enough left over. So I'm telling you that practicing, working on you, bettering yourself, giving yourself time to think about what you want without being distracted. You know, I need to do this. Oh, but first I need to cut the grass. You know, if I sit down and think about it, oh, but I need to do this. I need to write this letter. If you never give yourself the time for you, you're never going to find your true meaning. You got to give yourself time to understand what it is that you want and your true desires. Once you understand your desires and what you want, and you have a pathway, you may have the silliest understanding of what it takes, whether you say, I could have a business, carving wood figurines, whatever it is, whatever your business is, whatever it is that you like to do, and you have an idea for it, pursue it. Make it yours. And here's the secret. I hate using that word now. Here's what works. Here's the magic. Let me say that. Here's the magic in it. Go after what you want 100%. 100%. Don't stop. When you get setbacks, don't stop. If you truly believe in what you can do and what you can achieve and the things that it will bring you, whether it's money, freedom, just a better life in general, then you owe it to yourself to not give up on it. You owe it to yourself to push forward against all odds, against all of the naysaying, the adversities. Keep pushing. Find what matters to you and produce it. Find what matters to you and make it 100% you. Move forward. Doesn't mean you can't adjust, redirect, but once you find your direction, you have to go. It's the thing in life that matters the most. It is you. You've heard the corny saying, YOLO, you only live once. Well, it's true. So find out all of the things about you. See, some of the most uneducated people make it big. Some of the most unlikely candidates have made it big. And that's because they never considered they couldn't. They just look at life like, well, that's what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do it. And they did it. They never considered they could go bankrupt. They never considered they would be ostracized and made a laughing stock for trying something and failing. They never considered it. They weren't educated enough to understand that their outtaking was ridiculous. They never understood that it was a silly idea that would never work. They never considered it for a moment. And when they poured their heart and soul into it, it pays off. See, that's the thing with the universe. If you pour your heart and soul into something, it's got to pay off. It cannot not pay off. It has to, because you will it into being. Now, I know you may say, well, that's ridiculous. You can't just will it into being. No, it's much more than that. It's you putting all of your energy, all of your time, all of your patience into a project that in your soul you know is right. Now, if you have doubts and fears and, this is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it, just like Derek says, I'm going to give it everything 100%, but it's probably not going to work. Then it's not going to work. Just because you put 100% of your time in and 100% of your energy into it, if you have doubt, well, then there's a great opportunity for it to fail. What I'm talking about is pouring your time, your energy into something in your gut that tells you 100% it's going to work. It's got to. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work no matter what, no matter who, no matter how. I don't care. It's going to work. That's the magic. That's how success is created. By your unrelenting desire to show the world, nay, so show yourself, it's going to be done. I know it can be done. When you know something so strongly in the pit of your stomach, no one can stop you. Only yourself. You're the only person that can stop it. Once you create it in your mind and you put it out in the universe, and without fail, you put your time and energy into it, you will see the fruition of your dream. Your actions, your thoughts, all come to fruition. Now, that's some of the things that you may not have heard before, and some of the things that are kind of kept in mystery by those that are successful because maybe they can't really explain it or articulate very well their success. Well, I don't know. I just kind of had an idea and I went for it. Okay. Well, that leads you to believe that you got to have a miraculous idea. You don't. All you have to do is follow your bliss until your gut tells you this. Yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I don't care who says what. I don't care my obstacles. I don't care. I know I can do it. I know I will do it. So, with that, let's leave this lesson where it is. Let's leave this direction where it is. If you can think of somebody that will enjoy this or get just a little bit of encouragement from this podcast, please share it. Like and share. Only positive comments, right? And if you're listening to this, you're a positive person anyway. And I appreciate you listening to it. And let's continue our talk next week. And I appreciate it once again. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Derek Lane, Fast Lane.